Hello, and welcome back to my channel. My name is Tay, and today we're talking about the life of a Showgirl merch. It dropped while I was in Disney World, which is why I haven't posted in like a week and a half. I meant to pre-record something, but never got around to it. But anyway, the merch drop happened, and of course, like I was in Disney World, so I was like, I can't spend any money on Taylor Swift merch. I need it for Disney purposes. But I don't even know if I would have bought anything anyway because I don't think this merch drop was that good. So much of it sold out. But anyway, let me go through it. This is mostly going to be me roasting this merch. Now, I'm going to start with I have like a PowerPoint I made for myself. You won't be able to see it, but let's start with okay, so I have the hairbrush, the barrette, and the claw clip together. I really like the hairbrush. It is $40, which is atrocious. I thought it was a hand mirror, and I thought that would be so much cooler. Like, who uses a hand mirror? No one these days. But, for the life of a showgirl, that just makes so much sense. So, when you see the back of it, I was like, oh my god, a hand mirror? And then it was like, oh, it's just a $40 hairbrush. It's cute, I guess. I don't use claw clips, but, I'm sure some people will enjoy the claw clip. I think it was $25. That's insane. I do think the text should be bigger. Why is it so tiny? It should take up the whole hair clip. No one's gonna be able to see it anyway. The barrette is okay, but the gems look like they might fall out. Again, I'm sure some people will enjoy this. This kind of stuff isn't for me, but I appreciate it for the showgirl's gotta have, some hair clips and her hairbrush. Okay, it's on theme at least. I have random stuff, which is just the phone case and the tumbler. The phone case I think is fine. I tried to find photos to see what it actually looks like in person, because I feel like the text might be hard to read, but I think it's okay. It's just the photo. I kind of wish it was a liquid case with the glitter in it, and I don't even really like liquid cases that much, but for the showgirl theme it just makes sense. I know she had the lover phone case with the liquid glitter in it. Give me an orange glitter phone case. Okay, the tumbler, I don't like the tumbler water bottle craze that's happening. I'm we only need one, or if you want to have a few, fine, but we don't need as many as people are buying. It doesn't have a handle, which I think is weird, or it's on the back. The photo I have, it doesn't look like it has a handle, which I'm interesting. The gems feel like they would come off, especially because with the tumbler, they fall over a lot, and you're when you're putting it in, if you have a car, if you put it in the car cup holder, that's the word I'm looking for. Seems like these gems are gonna come off at some point, but that's none of my business, because I'm sure some people will enjoy this kind of merch. It's sold out, so obviously they do, but it's not for me, but it's fine. Alright, the jewelry, the earrings. I have the opalite bracelet. I'm not wearing it. I fumbled. I should have put it on. My complaint about the opalite bracelet is the star charm is where the clasp is. And typically when you wear a bracelet, you want the clasp to be hidden. So, the star should be, on the front of the bracelet. I could just move it. I might do that. But anyway, the earrings I might have bought if they didn't sell out to be matchy. I really like this star charm thingy. So yeah, that's it for that's the only piece of jewelry we got in this drop. Can you believe that, guys? All right, the hats. I don't wear hats, so again, I don't have strong feelings. I like the father figure one. Seems like it was made for dads, which is fine. The white one feels kind of like a weird merch design. It's 3 of her in a row. I think something an embroidered motif. I just wanted to say the word motif. Would have been cool, an embroidered bouquet, or that star charm as an embroidered design. I think that would have been cool, but I'm sure I don't care that much about the hats. Okay, the nonsense category, which is 2 things. It's the sequins are forever t-shirt and the mint fur coat. And I call these nonsense because these are not practical things to wear, but they make sense for the showgirl era. I will say, I can't believe the sequins are forever shirt sold out. It sold out quick, too. That was one of the first things. I'm where are we wearing this? It gives anti-hero nostalgia, the oversized sparkly t-shirt, but, literally when and where are you gonna wear this? I'm not sure about that one. I like the mint jacket. I feel like it has more wearability compared to the sequins t-shirt. Again, it's kind of like, where are you gonna wear this? But, you know, you could style it at least. I like a gimmick sometimes. I like the fur coat. And the sequins are fur. It's, like, cute, but, like, again, where are you wearing this? Like, please, if you have somewhere you're wearing it to, let me know. All right, the baby tees. If I really want to nitpick, I'm Immortal Now Baby Dolls one. I get it, like, it says baby dolls and it's a baby tee, okay. I do think the pink and orange should have been the same color, like the baby dolls text. It should have been, like, pink or orange. I think that would have looked nicer, but it's, like, fine. Also, I didn't notice at first, but the orange parts, like the hem on the sleeves and the collar, are glittery, and I'm like, is that gonna be scratchy? The cardigan ended up being fine, so maybe it's okay. Yeah, I would say I'm not super fond of the baby dolls baby tee. The bouquet one, on the other hand, I really, really like. I will say, when you look closer at it, like, I thought the bouquet was, like, something, like a graphic image that someone designed, but it's literally a hyper-realistic bouquet that's just been color graded orange. So when I look closely at it, I don't like it as much, but from far away, it's pretty cute. I will say the text kind of blends into the bouquet. It's not that bad, but again, it's like basic graphic design things. I'm not even a graphic designer, but it's like basic things you should know, like give the text a border or like a shadow so that it's easier to read. But still, I really do like that piece of merch, even though I do have some issues. The It's Beautiful t-shirt, and I don't actually know the official names for most of these, but they're on the screen, so in case you weren't sure what I'm talking about, I think this is called the It's Beautiful t-shirt. A lot of these have like random text slapped on the back, which it's like, thanks, I guess. I don't know if we really needed that. I do like this t-shirt. I like the layout where there's like 3 of her, but I will say this picture of her feels weird. It like doesn't really look like her. And like the lighting or the editing feels kind of weird. I feel like in person this one probably looks better. I have more positive feelings towards this shirt, I will say. Okay, the mint t-shirt, this one is so bad. How did this get approved? This is like the worst. Why is it off center? Why is it so rectangular? Why doesn't it fade properly? And why is the top slanted at such a harsh angle when the bottom is like more rounded? I don't understand. I'm sorry to anyone who bought this. I don't understand how this got approved. I think it's so bad. Speaking of things that don't really look good, the It's Rapturous t-shirt, this one's kind of a vibe. The fragmenting looks way too busy. It's not done well. There's way too much green, and because of the way it's colored, she looks like she's been stretched. Like, the top of her head was pulled to, like, the top right. I don't know if that makes sense. The fragmenting is just done so badly, and I think the fragment thing could be cool, but in this case, it feels like they're using it as, like, a way out of, like, designing something interesting. Like, oh, of course it's gonna look weird because it's it's a bunch of fragments, and that's the whole vibe of this era, and it's like, no, you could do the fragments well, you just aren't putting much effort in. Like, what? I gotta know how much time they were given to make these, because some of them are, like, shocking. Okay, the album cover shirt and sweatshirt. I do kind of like the fragment track list on the back. Like, it's not too busy on this one because they're each, like, they're spread out. The front I do kind of have issues with. I think, first of all, like, printers just can't translate these bright colors very well. Like, in the images, the coloring looks off because that's just how it comes out when you print it, like, onto a t-shirt. And the fragments, again, like, I would say it's inconsistent, the fragmenting and the orange border. Like, there are some parts where the orange border connects the fragments, and then other times it just, like, disappears. Like, I really don't understand this border. Like, why does it cut off at certain parts? And, like, I think it's thicker in some parts compared to others, and I just don't understand it. I feel like it doesn't look good. Sorry. The matching sweatpants, I did think these looked cool at first, but when you look closer at them, they're just kind of a mess, if we're being honest. Like, the TS initials are slanted, which irks me. I kind of wish they were straight across. The different fonts they use on the song titles, again, it just looks chaotic. And I feel like on the tracklist t-shirt, it's not as noticeable because they're small, but they're kind of blown up on the pants. So it's a bit more noticeable. Like the honey one is especially like, what is going on? And the other like has like the life of a showgirl on it, and the fragments, like the green part behind it, it should have just been one big green fragment. I think that would have looked better. Like I just think these are kind of a mess, if I'm being honest. But again, I know some people like them, so maybe it's personal preference. All right, the white shirt and the matching pants, these are like the same as the hat design. I do kind of like the white shirt. It doesn't appeal to me personally, but I think it's one of the better pieces of merch this drop. Like sometimes simple is better, I fear. The sweatpants I think are better than the fragment ones, but I do think using this picture of her for the pants might be a bad choice. Like, it doesn't take up the whole leg, so I feel like on a short person, the graphic might look like it's too low down, but also like the way her leg is sticking out, and you can't see like the other leg depending on what angle. Like, I don't know. I think like on somebody these probably wouldn't look that good, but again, maybe I'm just nitpicking. Okay, the hoodies. These two hoodies have the same design. I really hate this like fragment design. I think the colors don't mesh well. I don't think the three images like complement each other, and I get part of it is like it's supposed to be chaotic. I don't think it looks good. It also, like, what is the second image from? It's like all of their legs. I feel like I haven't seen it if it was in any promo. The violet version of this I really love. Like, I love a brightly colored merch item. Like, I almost bought this because I love this violet blue color so much, but I can't get over how much I hate the fragment graphic image on it. All right, the canceled hoodie, I really like this one, and I like pink, so I might be biased, but I really do think the design here is a lot stronger. Like, the fragmenting, the way it's done in black and white, I think is so much better because it's not as distracting, it's more subtle. Also, everything is like kind of kept within this rectangle square shape. Like, the text I think complements the image instead of like being a chaotic mess dumped on top of it. Compared to the other merch in this drop, I think this has significantly better design, and I really like the black and white. I considered buying this. I don't think I'm gonna, but I do like this one. Something I might buy, this is like the one thing I'm like thinking about, is the honey sweatshirt, and I really, again, I just like pink. I like the pink and red color scheme. But the graphic does have issues. I don't think the text is done well here. The graphic itself, again, she looks weirdly stretched, like her head looks way too small, but it could be the way the fabric is laying. I do think they should have just used a different image for this one because the song Honey is like very cute, and this image she looks very tired and annoyed. Like, it looks like she's having a drink after a long show. This image to me is giving like Married to the Hustle and Now I Know the Life of a Showgirl. I think that would make sense. But again, we don't care about that. They just like slapped on the first image they found and threw some lyrics over it. But again, I might buy it anyway because I love the color palette so much. All right, I just called this sweatshirt, and it is the like purpley, it's gonna be on the screen, the purple sweatshirt. I really like the color palette of this. And the text, it has this weird like stretching effect where there's like, I don't know how to describe, you can see what I'm talking about. There's like two versions of the text, and it just feels like it's meant to fill space, and so I don't really like it that much. And in some parts on the image you can't see the text because the colors are too similar. Again, like basic graphic design things. I don't know how I feel about the rectangle of the fragments. I go back and forth on it because part of me is like, I like the order compared to the chaos of the other merch items, but I'm like, does it look good? I'm not sure I'd say that. In the matching shorts now, again, we appreciate the color palette. I am just so confused about the choices that were made on this because the images used on the front are the same images that are used on the back of the shorts, but the fragments are all different. And so I'm like, what? Like, literally, what were they on when they made this? I'm curious. And on the front, there are like two fragments that are fused together into one, and that's the only one like that. So again, like, inconsistency in the design. Again, the text on the bottom, the like extension feels like a way to fill space. I'm like, did we really need that? I'd really love to talk to whoever designed these because I have so many questions. Like, it's the only pair of shorts this drops, so, like, you get it or you don't. Alright, the bomber jacket. If I wasn't on vacation, I might have impulse bought this, and it's like, I really don't need it. I'm not sure about the collar and glittery sleeves. I didn't notice that they were glittery at first. I get that it's the life of a showgirl, but I'm like, do we really need the glitter on everything? I'm not so sure. I do like the darker green color they used, and like the fragments. We keep it simple. It's just her eyes. I think that's great. Some of the text, I'm like, is it too much text? Like, it says the life of a showgirl, got a wish list, I just want you, and then Taylor Swift, and then it has the stupid extending letters. I'm like, did we need all that? I don't know, but like, I love a bomber jacket, so I'll give this one a pass. Alright, I think that's everything. I might have missed something, like, whatever, but I've talked about this stuff way too long. Maybe I'm being too harsh, because most of it sold out, so clearly people liked it. But I just feel like there is some objectively bad graphic design going on in a lot of these, and for how much her merch costs, I think we, as fans, deserve better. One woman's opinion, as Caesar Flickerman once said. Anyway, that's enough ranting about merch. You can let me know how you feel about it in the comments. Do you think it was a step up? Do you think we need to push for better merch? Like, let me know if you feel so inclined, but I've talked about this for long enough. So thank you for watching, and bye.